Hey, what is up everybody? It's Damron. We're playing Spartan Assault. Let's get right into Operation D, Captured Chance. Our assault ops in D1 is to kill 20 grunt miners, kill 20 jump pack brutes with a brute shot, and we also need to kill 40 suicide grunts with a focus rifle. So as I've mentioned in the previous guides, we're going through all of these missions and we're not using any of the score boosters, changing the weapons or anything. So in this one, we're going to start with an SMG and a pistol. And in this particular mission, you have to escape the base before it collapses. So essentially this countdown that's in the top left at 3.5 minutes, that's the amount of time that we have in order to work on our assault ops and get the gold star in this mission. So as always, I'll be showing the best way to get all of the assault ops done, and I'll show you getting the gold star without any score booster. If you're having trouble with any mission in this particular operation, feel free to use the XP you've accumulated so far to get a score boost to help you. So let's get right into the first mission in Operation D, Captured Chance. This mission is escape from the southern fields. So the first thing that you saw me do is go ahead and blow up that first gate, and then what you have to do to escape is essentially destroy that armored door right there that has the red kind of objective marker on it. And once you destroy that door, you can actually run through there and finish the mission. So what I like to do is to go ahead and damage it down to where I know I can kill it pretty quickly. So you can see I've already taken off half of the health of that door, and now for the rest of the 2.5 minutes, now I'm going to progress to the kind of bottom left portion of the mission and start working on getting a high score as well as the Spartan ops. Now the thing that you're not going to have access to until a little bit later in the mission is the focus rifle. The best weapon to use to get a really good killing spree right in the beginning is those SMGs that you start with, so you can just blast away and hopefully get a really good killing spree on these first set of enemies that are coming through the bottom left force barrier here. So as you can see, I'm just trying to line them up with whatever weapon I can get, and as you're doing that, those jetpack brutes are going to be spawning in. So you saw me just kill one there. Whenever they spawn in, you're going to want to kill them with your brute shot in order to make progress towards that Spartan Assault. But they're not going to be coming in that often, so you may end up using your brute shot on other things, because you really want to try to keep your score multiplier, your double kill, triple kill, all the way to Kilimanjaro up as best you can, is if you're going to try to get the gold star. I actually don't have the best playthrough for a gold star on this particular mission, but I still get it because it's not really that hard to do. As long as you stay out here until the last possible second, aka use, again, I'm going up there and I'm just taking the health down on that door, but you want to use all the time you have to get as many kills as possible. And it's not really until about the 1 minute mark that you're going to start getting these elites that have the focus rifle, which is these red elites here, the elite majors. So about that 1 minute mark, now you're going to be able to get a focus rifle, and this is probably the one that's going to make you grind this level out more than others, because you really can't get it until later in the mission. So as soon as you get that, head back down and get as many of those suicide grunt kills as you can, and then also keep killing those elite majors to keep replenishing that focus rifle, and just keep blasting with the focus rifle, and you're going to get a bunch of killionaires like you can see here. So that's going to wrap it up. That should get you all of the Spartan Assault missions, and as well as getting the gold star if you kind of follow this method. At the very end, we're just going to go up, blow up the rest of that door, and go in there to end the level. So that'll be it, and we'll be on to mission D2. Alright, so pretty easy to get the gold medal on that particular mission. So moving on to D2, Liberation of Faraday. Here we need to kill 10 jackals with an assault rifle. We're going to need to kill 20 jump pack brutes with a needler. And we also have to kill 5 brute chieftains with a brute shot. So that last one, Anvil, is going to be the hardest one to get because there's not a lot of brute chieftains on this level. As always, we're going to be going in with no score boosters, no special weapons. We are going to spawn with the needler and the brute shot. So we're definitely going to hold on to those as we play the mission. But for the assault assault rifle, right in the very beginning, just right in front of you, you're going to find a UNSC weapon locker right here. That's where we're going to grab the assault rifle in order to get our jackal kills, and that one's pretty easy. You're going to have to play this level several times in order to get the 5 brute chieftain kills, because there's only 1 chieftain on this level. So I recommend just grabbing this assault rifle and heading up the left hand side and killing as many of the jackals as you can. And once you get to this point here, we're going to turn back around and re-pick up our needler, or you can get it from one of those jackals, whatever. And for the rest of the level, we're going to use the needler and the brute shot. But if you do it right, you can use the assault rifle, get a couple of your jackal kills right there, and don't grind it too seriously. We'll use the needler for the rest of the mission. So we'll come back here, and now we'll go to the right hand side, and to the right hand side is the first pinned down UNSC forces that we're going to rescue. And essentially, once you kill some of the units, some elites will start storming in, but also the brute, the jetpack brutes, excuse me, will start jumping into these locations. You definitely want to be making sure that you're killing them with a needler, because again, like the chieftain, there's not a bunch of those. So once you free that UNSC forces, we're going to go up just a little bit and head up to the right, and you're going to see a turret up here, but we don't want to use that. We want to continue to use our needler and continue to get all of the kills that we can towards our assault ops. So run up here and you'll see your first brute chieftain that comes down from the top. So that right there is the only brute chieftain in this mission. So if you get to the point where you've got the gold star and you've got all the other assault ops, you can theoretically just run up to this location, kill that brute chieftain with your brute shot, and then reset the mission. So that's it for the second UNSC forces up there, and it's, it says I haven't rescued him, but essentially once I kill this guy I will. So that's the second one. So then head left, and then you're going to head up, and the gold star for this mission is actually pretty easy. You've probably noticed that I haven't really been stringing too much stuff together for the killing spree medals, which is usually the best way that we're going to get high scores. Now I am going to try to string quite a bit together at the very end. So the very end of this level, you see I got a Kilimanjaro there. You can blow up this ghost to get a little bit of extra points if you want from that, and blow up this. So that's what I'm doing down here. You can get points just from blowing those up. You saw I got 4,500 points just for blowing up those ghosts per ghost. But like I said, the gold star in this particular mission is pretty easy. You're going to get to this top area, and this last UNSC forces where going to be the bulk of your enemies are going to be on this level. So try your best to string those together, and you should get the gold star on this level pretty easily. So that's going to wrap it up. Again, you'll probably need that brute, chieftain kill with the brute shot 5 times. That's going to be the one that you're going to require to have to play this level several times. So once you get all that done, you get your gold star and you've got all your assault ops. This one's not too bad, so I'm going to kind of speed up the rest of this level, let you watch how I finish it off, but I'll meet you in D3.
Got him in my sights.
Alright, so that mission's not too bad, so we're going to move on to D3, Assault on the Covenant Landing Zones. In this mission, we get to use a Grizzly tank, which is awesome. We're going to have to destroy 10 Wraiths with a Grizzly tank. We're also going to have to kill 20 Grunt Miners with a Ghost, so that one's not too bad as well. We also have to destroy 20 Wraiths with an SMG, so that one's a little bit tricky, but as always, I'll show you the best way to do that. So let's get right into D3. We're not going to be using any score boosters. You spawn with a shotgun and some SMGs, which is always all we really need. The first thing you want to do in this mission is blow up the 2 Scorpion tanks that are with you, because we don't want them to shoot the race in order for us to get our Wraith kills with the SMG. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to use the machine gun part of our, Grizzly tank, and once you do enough damage to the Wraith, the elite will actually jump out of the Wraith, and then you can just kill him with the the chain gun turret. And that's what we're going to do. There's 5 Wraiths right here in the beginning, so I'm going to speed this up as I'm doing it, but essentially we're just shooting the Wraiths enough with the machine gun turret to make the elites pop out. And I'm going to do that to all 5 Wraiths that are in this first area. And in doing that, I've also taken down the health of the Wraiths to basically nothing. So once you've killed all the elites, then you can hop out and use your SMGs to finish the Wraiths off. So this is a very easy way to knock out that assault ops. It's by far the easiest because, if you don't take out the Scorpion tanks that are with you, even if you're here kind of trying to do this, your Scorpion tanks will hit the Wraiths with their main gun, and that will actually cause the Wraiths to explode before you get out there and destroy them with your SMG. So that's what you want to do. So from there, we're going to head to the top left, and essentially what we're going to do for the bulk of this mission is drive around to kill all of the fuel rod turrets and all of the other vehicles that are around. If you just take your time here, there's really no rush. Just go around the map and kind of destroy everything. You're going to get a bunch of points and shoot all of the parked vehicles, all the ghosts, all of the enemies that you can see. We're going to go ahead and destroy everything, and in doing that, your score is going to be going up very fast. In fact, you see me drive all the way up to the northern part and go ahead and take out that first fuel rod turret all the way up there. Now, before we get in the ghost, which is over here to the right, be sure you've gone around and killed everything, okay? And then I get into this ghost right here that's on the right, and this is the ghost that I use for the rest of the level. So I sped that part up first, but essentially drive around with the Grizzly tank and kill everything. You should have a decent score. I'd like to take out that first fuel rod turret that's right here. You saw me do that, because if you don't, when you're trying to sneak through this little wall here with the ghost, sometimes that fuel rod will shoot you, and the ghosts don't have a lot of health. And don't go too far when you get in here, because obviously the ship is going to drop down some enemies. So we're going to use our ghost here, and the ghost can only take like 2 of those shade turrets or the fuel rod shots before it dies. So you got to be very careful, keep your distance. But with our ghost here, we can take out all the grunts for our assault ops. You can see I just got haunting there. And you'll undoubtedly get the assault ops for destroying the race with the Grizzly tank just from playing it, and then you can grind out that beginning portion for the SMGs. So the assault ops in this mission are very easy, as well as the score. The score can seem like a lot, but again, if you string some things together and you just destroy everything with the with the Grizzly tank in the beginning, when you get into this section, basically just destroying everything with the ghost will give you enough score in order to get that gold star. So you can see, again, I'm not really stringing stuff together right here. I'm just sitting back with the ghost and I'm destroying everything, but all the things that you destroy in this section give you a bunch of points, right? So 2,500 per turret, 4,500 for the ghosts, and obviously you're going to get some kills on the jackals and race, or the elites that spawn into the back here. Now keep in mind, again, look at my ghost health. The ghost can destroy really quickly, so the only important thing here is to just stay back and fire from a distance. So do that, finish the level off, and I'll meet you in D4. Alright, so that score is not too hard to get. We're going to move on to D4, Escape from Faraday. Our assault ops in this mission, we need to kill 10 elite majors with a plasma repeater. We're going to have to kill 20 jackals with SMGs, and that by far is one of the most annoying assault ops in the game. And we also have to kill 100 suicide grunts with a plasma pistol. So of course I'll show you the best way to do those, and as always we're going to be going into this without using any booster. You do start with the plasma pistol and the SMG, so that's good. But as always, remember guys, if you're having trouble getting a high score on any of these, if you have the XP and you want to use that boost to help get a higher score, you can do that. But again, I'm showing you how to do it without it. so that in case you don't have an XP booster, you know, I'll show you that it's still possible to do it on all of these. So the very beginning of this level is actually the most critical part to get the gold star on this particular mission. You're going to want to string together all of these elites and suicide grunts to kind of maintain a killing spree. So you can see I'm popping off a lot of killionaires right in the beginning. I'm already up to 50,000, right? 54,000, and I'm right in the beginning. And then when you do finally kill, you know, an elite, or you want to, hook up that plasma repeater, and then you're going to use that a little bit later to work on killing the elite majors with your plasma repeater for that particular assault ops. So again, right in the beginning, you can see I'm up to 58,000. Now I've got the plasma repeater and I have the plasma pistol. There's going to be a lot of suicide grunts coming in this section, and the best thing to kind of keep your kill score going here is to use a fully charged plasma pistol shot against the suicide grunts, because often when you shoot one, it'll explode, and it'll explode a lot of nearby grunts as well, and then you can whip out your plasma repeater to shoot all of the drones that are also coming in the area. So you can see I'm still getting a decent killing spree in this area, but I'm just popping off with the plasma repeater and the plasma pistol to kind of kill everything that's coming in. Still at this point, and we're getting near the end of the level, and why the assault ops on those jackals really sucks is because we still haven't seen any yet, right? And we have to kill them with SMGs. So midway into the bridge, you can see to the left there is a UNSC kind of weapon cache where we can get some SMGs. So I just picked those up, and also at this point you're going to get your first elites that are going to spawn in that are considered majors, which are the red ones. So you want to have your plasma repeater at this point, and there's about 3 or 4 elite majors that are going to spawn in at the end of the level. So it's not until this point that you're going to be able to work on that assault ops, and then it's not until the very end of this mission, at the point where the elephant is going to finally cross the bridge. So you can see I'm kind of waiting to get past it as fast as I can. As soon as you can get in front of the elephant, do so, because on the other side of the bridge, here are the jackals that are going to spawn. So however you want to do it, I use the plasma repeater, just kind of bust off their shield as fast as I can, but you're only going to have a couple spawn to the left and maybe 1 or 2 spawn to the right, and we got to kill 20 of them with SMGs. So you're gonna have to grind this level, and it's frustrating because you're not gonna have much time. As soon as the elephant goes through the barrier, the mission's gonna end, and there's gonna be some times that you come up here and you don't get a single SMG kill, and that really stinks. So just get as many as you can. You're gonna have to play that level a couple times in order to get the SMGs on the jackal kills, but you can see the gold score isn't too bad. So let's move on to the final mission in Operation D, and for our assault ops, we need to kill 20 suicide grunts with incendiary grenades. We need to kill 100 Covenant with a machine gun turret, and we also have to kill 10 brute chieftains with a magnum, and that one is obviously going to be the one that holds us up because there's only a couple brute chieftains and they're at the end of the mission. So let's get right into the last mission in Operation D. We'll start with an SMG and a magnum. Really the only thing we're going to be using in that set is the magnum, but when you start, you're going to spawn with some incendiary grenades, and we need to get kills on grunts with incendiary grenades. And what I like to do is throw them basically at the paths in which they're going to be coming. So you see I'll throw 2 on the left side of that kind of force field barrier and 1 over there to the right. And if you do that, you know, you'll get a couple kills as they're running through. I probably could, you know, should have waited on throwing the one to the right and throwing it a little bit later, as in like right now in their path. And I'm going to speed this up because essentially all you're going to be doing in this area is sitting on the machine gun turret, and don't go blasting away or the machine gun turret will overheat. So if you look into the top right, that bar that's underneath the icon of the machine gun turret, pay attention to that, because if you start blasting away, what's going to happen is it's going to overheat and you're going to lose your killing spree medals. So you want to try to string these as together as best as you can, because the gold medal is pretty high in this particular mission, but as long as you're stringing your kills together, especially in this first section, you can see I'm already up to 141,000. You can actually get the gold medal pretty easily, and that's just by me kind of bursting this machine gun, and then I'm also working on the 100 kills with the machine gun turret as part of the Spartan Ops, so that's pretty easy. So I'm going to finish off this area. You'll have the first countdown to evacuate the first spirit, so you can see that's going to get down to 0, and once that gets down to 0, they will essentially stop spawning and coming into this area, and we need to progress on to the right side of the screen a little bit. So let's go ahead and head over there. So you can see I'm out of incendiary grenades, but there's going to be some more to pick up over here, and that's the first thing that we want to do. So our next machine gun turret's right there. Right behind it is a little crate with some more incendiary grenades. So if we head to the top right from that crate, this is probably the best spot to get your grunt kills, because a bunch come through, and you'll see my medals will keep tacking off. Throw them exactly where I just threw them, and then watch my medals. So I'm actually heading back to my machine gun turret, but look at my medals. It's still popping, 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 because I killed a bunch of grunts with incendiary grenades right there. And that's the best place to work on that particular medal. So the only medal that's really going to give you problems, once again, is that killing the brute chieftains with the magnum. You have to kill 10 of those, and unfortunately you're only going to see one at the very end of the level. So you're going to end up having to play this mission several times just to get that magnum kill. So you're going to have one, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to get the gold star, so don't worry too much about it. But you can see that my score is insanely high, and it's very easy to get a high score as long as you chain together all of your machine gun kills. So you're going to get the incendiary and you're going to get the machine gun turret kills way before you get the brute chieftain. You can see I'm already at the point where I've got like 30 seconds left to let the evacuees get to the spirit. And it's about at the 20-second mark, 30-second mark. You see there is the brute chieftain that comes, and you want to be sure you kill him with the magnum. There's another one that comes, so you have a possible of 2 to get. So you can see here's another one coming up right here. Sometimes it might get a little hectic and you may not get this kill off, but as long as you're fast enough, you should be able to get the 2 kills on the brute chieftain. So you can see I just got it right there, and as long as you get that second kill, you're looking at a minimum of 5 times of playing D5. And that's going to wrap it up for Operation D Captured Chance. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is a super fun top-down shooter, and hopefully I'll see you in Operation E.